I'm about to plug this iron up and put it on your back. So at that point, I just accepted my fate. Like, this how I'm about to really go. Like, this is gonna be the way I leave Earth. Like,
What's good, YouTube? I'm back with another video. And this story right here, it's gonna get a little hectic. So you're gonna want to brace yourself. So if you standing up, sit your ass down and tune in. Let's get to it.
hey y'all. So today I'm gonna do the story time on how my ex tried to unalive me for a long time. It's been a year and a few months now. And for a long time, I let everybody make their own stories. I let everybody tell my story for me. And to be honest, nobody was there but me. So I'm going to tell my story today. And this is part one. So we going to start from the beginning. Like, I'm going to tell y'all the first red flags. So, first thing first, I came into the relationship with him out of another relationship. That was my fault. But I felt like this person saved me from my past relationship. Like, he came at a time where I needed him, and it just felt like he was the person for me. Because who wouldn't want a protector, somebody that's going to come when they need them? So, this was approximately 2 months or 3 months before he tried to, yeah. So, one day he saved me from my prior relationship, and then I moved with him because I was living with my past relationship. And at that point, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go with him. He's the one that came to get me. Dumb bitch. Anyway, he came to get me. I ended up going with him. I was with him for approximately 2 weeks, and then I was like, I need to find a place. Like, I don't want to live in this situation. Like, I need to find my own place so maybe we could live together. So then 3 weeks going by, and I'm still saying the same thing, but he's still not making the motion for me to move. He told me from the beginning that he was gonna help me move, but that wasn't happening. So me, I put on my big girl panties, and y'all know what I did. So then I went behind his back, and I started. Well, actually, I didn't go behind his back. I was showing him places, but everything that I was showing him, he didn't want to move to. He kept saying, "The police hide. It's too much going on over there." Da 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 da. So I end up finding a place. I told the landlord, I'm like, I have a child and I have myself, and I'm desperate. Like, I have to move. So they gave me the place. It was a nice 3 bedroom townhouse, and yeah, I moved in there with nothing. Like, all I had was clothes, and yeah, that was it. No furniture, nothing. Now, we had got into it real bad. I really can't even go back in time and remember why did we get into it. But we got into it to the point where I wanted to get all my shit. So when it was time for me to get my stuff that time, he told me I could get my stuff. When I actually was getting my stuff though, he didn't want to give me my stuff. So I got some of my stuff. I think I grabbed like one luggage of mine, and then my plan was to go back. So then when I go back to get the rest of my stuff, he's mad. Like, he wondering where I'm going and stuff. I'm not telling him. So he's mad. So now he's keeping my stuff from me, and I'm still trying to get my stuff, and he pulls out a pew pew. So at that point, I left my stuff, and I literally drove to this school that was by his house, and I parked my car and I called the police. The police took so long to get there, but I was in a school parking lot and I wasn't an authorized vehicle. So the police that were there came up to my car and they asked me what was going on. At this point, I got a reason to be scared of him. Nobody in my life has ever pulled a weapon out on me, like, ever. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, this is a traumatic situation for me. And you don't realize how something could affect you until you're talking about it, like for real. So now I'm at the school. I'm in the parking lot at the school. The police come up to my car. They like, hey, do you need help? Because it's a school. Y'all know what go on in some of these schools. So the police protecting the school. So I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to get my stuff from the guy I was dealing with. We not in a relationship. We just met each other. But he just pulled a pew pew out on me. So now they trying to figure out who is this person and like what's going on, because somebody pulling out a weapon on you is like dangerous. So um I see him, he pulls off his car. Like, he, mind you, I told y'all he lived right by the school. So he pulls his car off and they seen him leave. I don't know what Georgia got going on, but they can, I don't know if y'all be doing bad stuff, but they could track your car down. Don't let them see your car, the color, nothing, and get on the expressway because they know. But anywho, yeah, that was that. So after that, I went to my best friend's house because I already had got approved for the place. I just wasn't moving in until like maybe it was like 2 or 3 days later. So I go to my best friend's house and we go call my best friend Saucy, and I'm telling him what's going on, and I'm like, when I go get my stuff, can you come with me? Like, when I try to get my stuff again, can you come get me? But then we end up thinking about it. We like, no, I'm gonna just go by myself and I'm gonna call you, because if he put that out on me and now I'm bringing my best friend and he's a guy, it could go even worse. So this time I orchestrated like a little um, plan, and I end up talking to him, and I told him that I was gonna come over, and I end up going over there so we could fix the situationship. And when I went over there, he was taking a nap. So the whole time he sleep, I'm on my phone. I'm not asleep, but I'm acting like I'm asleep. So then, in the plan that I created, I was planning to tell him that I had to go to work because I do makeup. So I told him I had to go to work at a certain time. So then my plan was to stay with him for a minute, act like I was taking a nap, get some of my stuff, and go to work. So that day, at this time, I was only driving a Mazda, so I didn't have that much room in my car. So I grabbed what I could while I was there, but I still had stuff there. So, and let me add this part. Remember, I told y'all the police knew where he stayed at and stuff, so he wasn't at his house. He was at his friend's house. So yeah, so I got my stuff and the stuff that I could get, and I went to my best friend's house. So yeah, so then the same day that I moved in my house, the time is coming back now because it was Christmas. It was about to be Christmas. So um his friend that became my friends, they had a Christmas party and they invited me, but he was there. So I'm like, okay, perfect. It's gonna be people around. This is the perfect time for me to get the rest of my stuff because he had put all my stuff in their garage. So I go to the Christmas party. We not talking. We not doing none of that. Mind you, I was just with him. So then it get kind of late. So I'm like, bye y'all. I'm about to go. Da 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 da. Blank. Can you give me my stuff? Can you help me take my stuff to the car out your car? So the stuff that I had left there was in his car, and it was a little bit of stuff in the garage. I ended up getting everything that day. Now at this point, he doesn't even know that I moved in the house. Like, he don't know nothing. He just know that I'm not being with him. Like, I'm not gonna stay with him. Tune in for part 2. Story time on how my ex tried to unalive me, part 2. So I left off at the Christmas party and him not knowing that I moved into the place. So yeah, I ended up getting my stuff after the Christmas party and I went home. At this point, he still does not know that I moved and I'm in the house now. But at this time, I'm dead fucking broke. Like, I think I had like $8,000 to my name. Like, that's all the money I had. And mind you, I had to just pay $5,600 to move into the new place. So, y'all know desperate times calls for desperate measures. So I'm like, fuck, like my rent is $26.50. Yeah, I do makeup, but fuck, like I'm not used to doing stuff by myself because I'm always in a relationship. Like, and when I be in a relationship, I be living with my man. So, um, and my I'm only 20. I think I was 23, going on 24. Yeah, correct. I was 23, going on 24. So then I start back talking to him because I'm desperate. Like, I don't know how the fuck I'm finna pay this rent by myself. Like, almost 3K in rent. You still gotta pay utilities and everything. And I'm fucked up. Like, I need help, Mr. Sir. So I end up calling him and I told him, I'm like, yeah, I got the place that I was saying I was gonna get. Like, can you come home? Dumb bitch. So then eventually he ended up moving in. So he moves in or whatever. Everything is cool, smooth sailing. So then maybe 2 months go by because we really was not together that long. But at this point, we're in a relationship. We wasn't even together long enough for this type of stuff to be going on. Dumb bitch. So then I'm just paying attention to how he move and stuff. And every time I go on Instagram, my man is in the P stars likes and stuff on Instagram. So now I'm like, and they're in his likes. So now it's getting toxic because now I'm confronting him about it and he's making me feel like a dumbass bitch because he's fucking manipulating me to think that I'm tweaking and the whole time I'm not tweaking. So now I'm in his followers and stuff every fucking day. I'm steady looking. So one day I run across this page. Mind y'all, he had just told me that he met our neighbor. They were doing business. So then I'm thinking, I'm like, I seen a neighbor and this looked like her. So it was her. So then I confront him about it. He like, yeah, that's her, da 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 da. But he's in her likes. Like, fuck. So then, like, weeks go by, da 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 da. Now I'm just peeping this man acting different. So now he wants to be an honest man. He like, yeah, I'm the neighbor. He's going to her house, all type of stuff. Like he end up going to her house supposedly several times, and yeah, they just I don't know what was going on at that time. So then she was a girl's girl, and me and her end up getting cool. Now he sees that me and her is cool. Now he starts asking her to come to the house and stuff so we could drink and all this type of stuff. But I'm just peeping the play, like the play for the underlay. Like he's trying to. Now I'm not with that shit. I'm a fucking Cancer, and we love hard. I'm not sharing my man. Like this is not that. But he started trying to put it in my head like this gonna be his girlfriend too. Like, and I'm gonna have to either accept it or move about the way. So now I'm depressed. Like I'm going through it. Like I'm sad. This man's telling me to my face. He's sitting me down. Like I like her. I don't know what it is, but I like her. And basically, this is what it is. And you either gonna accept it or get the fuck. So now I'm like, I like I'm a Cancer. Like we love hard. So at this point, I'm in love. Like I love this man, and I'm hurt. Like I'm like, okay, you brought me in this situation. You didn't tell me this was the person you were. So anywho, when he started peeping that me and her were getting really close, that's when the problem came. So one day she comes to the house, and because me and her are cool, she's not on that. Mind you, she was never on that. They were doing business, and we girls, like I know what she was trying to do. She's gonna use you for the business, like duh. So she's at the house or whatever, and she's like, okay, I'm finna go. Now she leaves. He's mad. He's pissed. I don't know what the fuck he wanted to go on, but he's mad as fuck. So now he's not talking to me. He's not saying a fucking word to me. He's not saying anything to me. He's just mad. He starts to argument with me, and he goes to the other room, and he sleeps in the other room for the night. I'm in my room, but at this point, I'm fucking over it. So I'm listening to him on the phone with one of his friends, and he's talking shit about me, and he's talking good about her, but he's talking shit about me. So I'm like, all right, I'm finna create my fucking exit strategy at this point, because one thing about me, I could be on you real bad and get the fuck on real easy, real fast. Y'all know, because I did it with the last man. The fuck? But this is the old me, y'all. Let me add that in there. So, yeah, so at this point, I'm creating my exit strategy, and I stayed up to like maybe 5 in the morning listening to him talk shit about me, saying all this stuff. I don't do this, I don't do that. Mind y'all, I do everything. At in the part where she didn't even know that I was at the house. Like she never, when they met each other, she didn't know nothing about no girlfriend. She didn't know a girl lived there. Nothing. She just met him and that's what it was. She didn't know nothing. She never seen me because I felt like I had to stay bound to the house. So yeah, I stayed up all night thinking about how I was gonna get out this situation, and I came up with a plan. I woke up bright and early. I stretched my arms and I said, "This is the day. This is the day that I'm gonna get the fuck on." Or he's actually gonna get the fuck on because this is my shit. What the fuck? So, first thing I did was go to his car in the garage, get my fucking garage opener. Then I went to his keys, took my fucking key off of there, and I went back upstairs. Now I'm grabbing bags and I'm putting all his shit in it. Every piece of shit he got, every little piece of bullshit, throwing all that shit in the motherfucking bag, and I sit that shit by my fucking door. Now, I'm on the phone with my friend and like I'm chilling, like I'm in a good ass mood. Like y'all know that shit when y'all over a situation and y'all just like fuck this shit. Like that was me. Tune in to part 3. It's finna get nitty and gritty. Stories how my ex tried to unalive me, part 3. So I left off on the part where I packed all his stuff and I put it at the door of my room. So he comes in and he sees his stuff is by my door packed up. He grabs all his stuff and I'm thinking he just grabbing it to take it. But mind y'all, I told y'all when I moved there, I didn't have any furniture. He bought a mattress for the room and he had bought a couch. So he come back in the room. I'm on the phone with my friend. So I don't remember if I was on FaceTime or on a regular phone call, but I'm on the phone with my friend and he comes in the room and he like, I need this mattress. Mind y'all, he don't have no truck. Like all he got is his car. So I'm thinking like he just fucking with me because what are you gonna do with the mattress? Like you just gonna like I'm confused, but okay. So like I'm telling him like, all right, give me a minute. You can get the mattress. Give me a minute because I'm on the phone with my friend. I'm trying to, you know. So next thing you know, he just started getting really really aggressive, and I'm like knowing but not knowing if he gonna put his hands on me because he never put his hands on me before. But something just told me that he was gonna put his hands on me. So next thing you know, he smacks me like open hand smacks me. Now I lay back on the bed and I grab my phone and I dial 911. And he just looking at me and I call. I press call. And when they get on the phone, all I did was give him the address. Once I gave him the address, he said, quote unquote, "Oh bitch, you just called the police on me?" So yeah, so he like, "Oh bitch, you just called the police on me?" And next thing you know, he holds the pew pew up to me. And now he like, "Give me your phone." So when he held the pew pew up to me, I start yelling, "Don't pew me." So the dispatcher heard that and he hung up my phone and he turned my phone off. So I'm just gonna assume that they heard me say that because when they arrived, they said that was the reason they came because they kept calling me back and I wasn't answering the phone. It was going right to voicemail. So then after he turns my phone off, he starts close fisting me. And now he tells me to lay on the floor on my stomach and don't move. So after he tells me to lay on my stomach and not to move, he starts telling me that I better pray to God I make it through the pearly gates because he about to unalive me and then unalive himself. So now I'm telling him, I'm like, no, we have kids. Like, we have kids. Don't do that. We have kids. And he says, you should have thought about that before you called the police. So now I'm just bawling because I'm like, I know this is not my story. Like, this is not how I'm supposed to leave. Like, no, I can't go like this, like, at all. I can't let this be the story that my child hear, my family, my mama, like, this can't be my story. So, then he tells me, like, I'm about to plug this iron up and put it on your back. So at that point, I just accepted my fate. Like, this how I'm about to really go. Like, this is gonna be the way I leave Earth. Like, because of a man. So then, I hear a knock at the door, and obviously it's the police, and they just keep knocking. They keep knocking. I hear them in the back of the house, like they surrounding the house. I hear them talking in the back, knocking at the front. So he goes and looks out the window and he sees a bunch of police cars. So now he called his friend because he panicking. And his friend like, I've been told you to leave. Like, you sitting there steady putting your hands on that girl. I've been told you to leave. You could have been gone. So then my face bloody. And he's like, you better not make a peep or I'm finna end it. Like, don't make no noise. Don't say nothing. So I'm quiet. And then I don't know what got into him, but he like, go in the bathroom, wipe your face. I'm about to go in the attic and you go down there and you tell them that I'm gone. So then at this point, I do what he say. I go in the bathroom, I get a towel, I wipe my face, I cover because my face was like bruising, but it was like up in this area, and my eye, like, you know when you like get hit in your eye, but it don't get black automatically, but it was red. So I go downstairs to the front door. I open the door. It's a lady. It's a police officer, but it's a lady, and she like, you called the police, and I'm like, the first thing I said was, he's gone. So then she like, who's gone? I'm like, he's gone. So then she noticed, because like I said, my face is bleeding. So she noticing is blood dripping down under my bonnet. She like, come out here. Like, she just knew. And at that point, they grabbed me up. I didn't have no clothes on. I had on shorts, like a bra top, and no shoes on my feet. So all that I was thinking was, if I tell them that he's gone and I go back in this house, he's gonna unalive me. Like, I'm not gonna be here no more. And so then when they put me in a car, they start questioning me, and they like, where he at in the house? So I'm like, he in the attic. So now it's an officer. It's a male officer. It was a black guy. He's in the car with me, and he asking me his name. I give him the name. He look up his background, and he sees when I called and reported him pulling the pew pew out on me the first time. He said, "Why did you get back with this guy if he just pulled a pew pew out on you a few months ago?" So then, yeah, I'm just in the car. It's people outside recordings, helicopters. Like, tune in to part 4. Okay, story time on how my ex tried to unalive me, part 4. So yeah, so then I left off at the part where I was sitting in the car with the police officer, and yeah, he was just giving me like a pep talk and stuff. Like, he got daughters my age, and if I was his daughter, he'll be like all this stuff like that don't really matter right now. But anywho, then I started to pay attention to what was going on, and they barricaded the house. Like, it's police officers everywhere. They just pulling up. The schools around the house were on lockdown, and one of his friends, he got a friend that's we gonna call her. We gonna call her. We gonna call her B. So B pulls up and she walks up to me at the car. She like, "What happened?" Da da da. I'm telling her what happened. She like, "He wrong as fuck. Like, he's wrong." And the the police officer, the woman that was at the door, she came up to the car and she was like, "Can somebody call him?" Because she asked me, "Can I call him?" I'm like, "I don't have my phone. He got my phone." So then B ends up being the one to call him. So then the officer takes the phone and she's basically trying to negotiate so he can come out the house. He telling them that he got hostages in the house and all type of dumb shit. Like, it's hostages in here and all this stuff. Um, so then now the SWAT team comes. SWAT got the robots, everything. Like, they about to tear my house up to get this man to come out the house. He's not coming out. Um, oh, and let me add this in there. The entire time this was going on, he called the neighbor, and he's lying to her. He's asking her, can he come to her house so he don't go to jail, all type of stuff. But she said no. She like, no, like, I'm not home. So so then yeah, the SWAT team pulls up. I'm like by the mailboxes, which was kind of by the pool area, and my house was like 10 houses down, so I could see what was going on. But um, I'm assuming they was on the phone with him and trying to get him to come out the house. He asked him to make a sandwich. Um, then they finally get him out the house 3 hours later. So I'm sitting outside with no clothes on, no shoes on for hours, like still outside for hours. So after they got him to come out the house, they put him in the car. Um, Once they put him in the car, he didn't have the weapon on him, of course, so they had to get a search warrant for the house. Um, they got the search warrant 3 hours later after that, so I was outside for now 6 hours. It was getting dark outside. At that point, my eye is black. Like, I'm gonna put some pictures I'm gonna put some pictures in here, but my eye is black, like shut black. So they finally get the search warrant. They looking for the weapon. I guess they found it or whatever, and they let me come back in the house finally. So I must say, Georgia PD, for the county I was in, they were really nice to me. They handled me with care. The women were very, very nurturing. They had a woman, like a therapist or whatever, on the phone with me, setting up a time to talk to me for free. Like, it was like they give you like comp therapy after stuff like that. But yeah, I finally get back in the house. At that point, B like, you need to go to the ER. Like, I'm about to take you to the ER. You're not about to go to sleep like this after you just got binked up. Like, you're not going to sleep like this because it could be a possibility you don't wake up. So B takes me to the hospital. We in the ER for like 2 hours. I had a concussion. Um, they were telling me it was a possibility if, like, they was looking at my eye and stuff, and they was saying like if he would have any more times, I could have went blind in that eye because of the damage to the eye. Um, and then I went home that night. By the end of the night, I would say like not even probably like 4 hours. My eye was all the way black, like all the way black. I had bruising around my edges, knots on my face. My body was scratched up and bruised. And I'm gonna drop a picture of how my eye looked at the end of the night that day. It don't stop there though. Like once I went home, I couldn't sleep in my own house for days, weeks, months. The same neighbor who he was saying he was that he wasn't like he wasn't doing nothing with that girl. It was all abuse, like mental abuse. And I was staying in her house. She was like really good to me. Like she ended up being a friend of mine. So he ended up in jail. He was in jail for a long time. Like it was months and months and months just going by, and then they sentenced him. He was sentenced 5 years in total, 2 years incarcerated. So his release date is February 7th, 2026. Like, we need to start just seeing the signs early. Like, I should have left the first time. That was the first red flag. And that wasn't like no small red flag. That was a huge red flag. Like, girl. But one thing about God, He's gonna show you one time, and once you don't listen that one time, He gonna make it so much harder for you.
Now I ain't gonna lie, man. That's a crazy story, man. Like if they show you the red flags the first time, you need to believe it. Don't wait until it's too late, then try to walk away. Like that's crazy. I'm pretty sure if you see one red flag, it's gonna be a lot of red flags coming behind it. And that's exactly what happened with this story right here. So ladies, if you peep out them red flags before it's too late, get up out of there. For real. Don't have no man trying to put no iron on your back, put a gun to your head and all that type of stuff and you still there. Get up out of there. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation. And don't forget to like this video, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Like I told y'all before, I'm trying to get to 100K subs before the end of the year. So go and smash that subscribe button and get me to 100K. I'm gone.